Good morning, Professor Hutton. As we look back between modules 7 and 8, it's been pretty interesting as we've been able to really, I think, take the leap to building and expanding our ideas and kind of formulating them into a final project, if you will. I was a little bit overwhelmed, I will say, in week 7 and 8, basically putting everything together. I know we went step by step in building support, executing plans, doing cost versus benefit analysis, identifying risks and things like that. But to kind of put it all together and ensure that your final product is accurate and effective, I think can be a bit intimidating at times. I actually really enjoyed this module, especially the last writing assignment during week 8, to kind of build an actual action plan. I think this is something that can be extremely valuable and useful for my work in years to come. So I guess talking about how we got there would be something I can definitely reflect on. These past couple weeks, gaining approvals and seeking support, I think, are two things that we don't really talk about until you're there, and that's something that experience kind of really helps on. But I'm really glad that we were able to touch on this during our school part, so we kind of know what we're going up against for our first time building a community risk reduction plan. Ensuring that you've got the backings from your department, your lawmakers, your resources and your funding, even your personnel and your equipment available to do your studies is, like we said, it can be a limiting factor. We saw that in last week's module with the fire chiefs who had a hard time agreeing on some stuff together. Again, the timelines is another thing that we kind of hit on the past couple weeks. Ensuring that everything comes together smoothly and using those things like those Gantt charts incorporated into our action plan can help our plan flow through the different organizations that need to make a swift action in order to execute our final goal, which is obviously reducing risk across the enterprise and the community that we live and serve in. With this all hazards approach that we've been kind of expanding on, it's really opened my eyes. I think week 1, if you were to sit me down and say, what does your community risk reduction plan entail? And I'd say public education, fire inspections, and code enforcement. If you were to ask me that question today, I could give you 20 to 30 different areas where we can improve, not only across the fire enterprise, but across the community as well, to just basically make the environment that we protect and serve a better place to live. So that is something that I think I will continue to carry over. And even as I've been talking to my fire chief, I'm learning more and more each day about just safely and effectively reducing risk in the community. It's kind of just like mind-boggling the amount of research and planning that we put into stuff that could be as minuscule as doing a briefing at an elementary school, or emphasizing the importance of putting your seatbelt on for the kids in their car seat the right way. But the magnitude and the importance of things like that can affect lives. So it's definitely been a really humbling experience, and these past couple weeks have really showed me the importance of pre-event preparation and proactiveness as opposed to reactiveness. I think in the fire service, we're generally a reactive force. A lot of times we wait until the tones go off to do something, whereas this community risk reduction plan shows that proactive response has an equally, if not more important, effect on our community. So thank you for listening, and I hope you have a good day.